Welcome to Exercise 10 series. We will be doing lot plotting exercises. Knowing how to plot a lot is an essential skill in our profession, since majority of our work involves a plot of lot. To plot a lot properly, you need to have the technical description of the lot. So in this lot, this is the technical description of the lot. The technical description is usually found either in the sketch plan of the lot or in the title of the lot. The technical description shows you the information needed to plot the lot, such as the lengths of the boundary and the bearing or the angle of the boundary lines. In drawing the boundaries of the lot, we will use the coordinate system available in CAD. So basically, in creating a lot, we will be using line command. So first, I need to import or to show the bearings or the technical description for reference. So this is the technical description of the lot shown. So let's activate line command and then specify first point. Now we are going to do line point 1 to 2. So instead of using the x and y axis like what we did in Exer 8, we will be inputting the lengths and the bearing of the boundary line. So the same at, and then the first input will be the length. So in point 1 to 2, the length is 104.01. And then instead of a comma, before inputting the bearing, you need to type the lesser than symbol, which is shift comma. And then just follow the order of the bearing shown. So it's N 54. Since we don't have a degree sign in the keyboard, we will use D. Then 09 minutes or apostrophe, and then 03 quotation mark, and then E. Enter. So that's point 1 to 2. Now let's proceed with points 2 to 3 until point 7 to 1. Until such time, you'll be able to draw the whole lot. So for point 2 to 3 at 6104, less than symbol, S, 42 degrees, 45 minutes, 35 seconds, east. Enter. So just follow whatever is being shown in the technical description until such time you're able to finish drawing the whole lot. So this is the whole lot basically. Now you might be surprised at the end junction that it actually doesn't close. It is because in the technical description, all the units here, even in the bearings, are rounded off. So basically the rounded off values are the ones not making the lot close. So anyways, the gap should be tolerable. Then, after this, we are going to label, okay? We're going to label each boundary line like here in our sample. Each boundary line will be labeled according to the technical description. So let's start labeling. It's just text. So text, and then create a text box. And then for this labeling, we need to justify our text. So the justification is middle center. So you just need to type the length and the bearing of the boundary line. So the first boundary line bears the length of 104.01, and then enter. You need to type the bearing N 54. Now, since again, as I told you a while ago that there is no degree symbol in the keyboard, we need to type the shortcut for the degree sign, which is %D. There. So 09 apostrophe 03 quotation mark E. Then close the text editor. So if the size of the text is too big, you can just edit the text by double clicking on the text, and then the text parameters will show. You need to select the whole text before changing the height, the text height. So probably I'll go for 1.5. Okay, that's better. Next, we're going to place this at the middle of the line. Okay, so we need to be careful so that it will snap on the right snapping point. So you need to move command is in modify. Just click the move command, select the object, enter, and then base point. Basically, the base point means where are you going to hold the text. Now I want to hold my text at the middle or at the center of the text box. Now you'll notice that random snapping points will show, and when I'm going to click it here, it will not be on this base point, but rather it will snap on the snapping points that appears. So in this case, we need to turn off our snapping point first. So just bear with me, turn it off. And then snap it at the center. Okay, you just need to eyeball it there. Then you need to transfer it at the midpoint of the line. Now since we turned off our snapping point, we need to turn it on again. There, and then there's the midpoint. Now you'll notice that it is not aligned with the boundary line. It's okay. So before editing this text, you need to copy it first. Okay? So you just need to follow. So you need to copy, select, enter, and then base point. My base point will be the midpoint of the boundary line. And just place it on the midpoints of the other boundary lines. You'll see the magic later. So that's it. So don't worry, we will edit the text later. To align the text, we are going to use rotate. Rotate, select the text, enter. Now the base point of the rotation or the axis is the midpoint. And then you snap it at the end point. There. So you just do that to the rest of the labels of the boundary so that it will be aligned. So there we're done. Then you can just double click on the text and edit it. So double click. So this one is 61.04 S42 45 35 East. Close editor there. So you just edit it so that the labels will be accurate for each boundary line. Now the next thing is you need to create this benchmark. So these benchmark markers is basically a circle, then 2 lines, then you hatch. So it's very simple. It's up to you how big it is, but just make it proportionate to the lot. So circle. So I'm just going to make it around this big. There, I think that's enough. And then align. Now you'll see that the line is not perfectly vertical because basically you can point it to a random point in the workspace. To draw perfectly vertical and horizontal lines or any object, you need to turn on orthographic. So orthographic is this angle symbol here in the toolbar. So ortho mode, or the shortcut, is F8. Click that one, and once it's activated, go back, create a line. And then this time all you can do is horizontal and vertical line. So that's it. There. And I'm just going to move this one to the midpoint. There. To create another horizontal line, we just need to rotate this vertical line and then copy it simultaneously. So rotate, select a line, enter. Now your base point is of course the midpoint or the center of the circle. And then before clicking, because if you're going to click, it will just rotate and will not copy, go to the command line. It actually says here, specify rotation angle or copy. Click copy. There. So we actually copied the vertical line while rotating it. Okay? Now to create these filled areas of the bench markers, those are just hatch. So hatch is H. Enter. And then you just need to select the filled areas. Then why is it like that? Because it is this simple, plastic. So you need to change it. You can choose whatever hatch you want to fill this bench marker, but I would prefer you use solid. There. Close. So you just move it to its place there and copy. So basically, we're almost there, and your final output should be something like this. So these are just text. This is a polygon, then I hatch it, and this is also text. So this is how we do lot plotting.